It's just, what do we get? What do we get? You get nothing!
What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy imKingKenneth back with another video, and today's video is going to be a bit different. Unlike all my other videos where I talk about a certain topic, explain what it is, and give my own personal thoughts on it, today I'm just going to talk about content creation in general and how it changed over the years to where it is now, whether it's for bad or for worse. As I not only discuss what goes on behind the scenes of YouTube, how the algorithm has changed, how it could affect us in the future, and how content has changed in general. So with all that being said, let's not waste any more time and head straight to the video. Alright, before I start everything else, I do want to say that content creation has been a thing for years. It's just that now it's been a mainstream thing, and that people want to be content creators as a full-time job. As YouTube has been around since 2005, and content over there has been a thing too. It's just that back then, there were not that many creators, and the definition of a viral video was pretty much somebody in a room saying or doing the dumbest things. Like for example, Chocolate Rain is one of the many examples of a viral video during that time. And the content people created back then was authentic, and just generally speaking very creative. Due to the fact there's less content creators, meaning that it was less saturated, and people doing content for the pastime, not just for money. And when you compare that to current YouTube, it's oversaturated due to the fact that everybody has similar thumbnails, similar video style, in whatever niche you somehow choose to have, and just overall lack of innovation. Due to the fact that now it's more about trends rather than stuff that you want to create. For me personally, I try to have a balance between doing content I want to make and do content for the algorithm. With that being said though, I do want to say this. People online will say that mrbeast ruined YouTube or that Kai Cenat ruined Twitch, and I don't want to say no, that's not the case. People use them as scapegoats because their innovative content leads to other creators doing similar content to them, which as a result leads to content creators doing the exact same thing over and over again. But the thing is too, content creation will be the position it's in, with or without them, because just like us, entertainment evolves over the years, and with the way internet culture is, it was only a matter of time before YouTube became the way it was. And of course though, people are different, so just because they see one part of the internet, does not mean anybody has it. Me personally, my home tab on YouTube and Twitch doesn't really have those type of videos. It's mainly basketball, wrestling, podcasts, commentary videos, among various different things. So the future of YouTube, regardless of how you feel about it, will always go towards that path, and it's up for you to decide what content you choose to consume, especially with the way short form content consume people's lives and make people have the attention span of Dory from Finding Nemo. YouTube more than ever is relying on first impressions, and because of that, with each video you make, you have to be very strategic. You have to title a video a certain way, you have to make your thumbnail very interesting, and the video itself has to be visually and audibly stimulating enough for people not to click off, because you see videos nowadays are not just about getting clicks, it's also about the video attention. And the more people watch your video, the more it gets recommended. I know for me personally, my videos, I use B-roll footage to A, add context, B, humor, and C, to make it interesting to the viewer. Like in the past, you can have an interview and just name a blank interview, but now you have the title of a headline and have some sort of flashy thumbnail, or else people won't click. As I'm recording this, I don't know what the title of the thumbnail will be, but I'm sure it's gonna be something to make all of y'all click right now and make y'all still watch the video. Another thing I do want to say though, clickbait is misconstrued. People will see a thumbnail with somebody with a shocked face or if a quote and think it's clickbait. Clickbait is when a thumbnail has a picture of something that's not addressed in the video, or it's not even mentioned, or it's straight up fake news. For example, my thumbnails aren't clickbait because I address the things that I say in the video and the images add up. There's a difference between clickable and clickbait. My thumbnails are clickable, and you can say the same thing with any other creator. And thumbnails have changed over the years. Like there's thumbnails I can't do now that were popular 2 years ago. Now I don't know how many people can relate to this, but I'm sure any content creator can. But the YouTube Studio app is addicting. The same thing can also apply to TikTok Studio or anything else, because whenever you upload a video, they will tell you the CTR, the click-through rate, how your video ranks in the past 9 videos, the viewer duration, and of course the views. They also tell you the impressions, so you can imagine how you get when you receive a 1 out of 10 and a good click-through rate, and you can imagine the low you get when you get a 10 out of 10, a terrible CTR, and a terrible viewer duration. Like I swear, every time I upload a video, I always check to see how a video goes, whether it's the views or the impressions. And like I said, I know I'm not the only one, and depending on how well the video is going, I often change the title and thumbnail. And it's not something I want to do personally, but I have to, because believe it or not, the app itself tells you to do so. And there are times where I change the title and thumbnail and the impressions went up. It's like a relationship sometimes, it's toxic. Alright, anyways. And due to all of this, creators like myself sometimes fall into a trap of only seeing numbers, whether it's views, subs, comments, etc. And not the actual stuff you're putting out. Like a video that's underperforming could be one of your best videos, but because it's sucked in terms of views, it's considered a bad video. Like my most recent video, at the time of this recording, is my least viewed video. But me personally, it's one of my best videos I've ever made, for a variety of different reasons. And honestly, some of my worst videos are the ones that get the most views. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that as well. Like for me, it's very rare for videos I like to get mad views. And also because of this, and also because of all the things I said, people lose their passion or don't have passion to begin with and only do it for money. And obviously you have to do that to survive, especially if you do this full time. At the same time, in the position you're in, you should make content you want to make, or at least for your viewers and not for the machine. Which also brings up another point. It's that you always have the feeling of what's next. You can have a banging video or even a failing video, and you always have to think about what's next after this. Like it literally never stops. Like I know after this video ends, I have to think about another video idea. And also when you do videos, due to the fact that it's attention based and that YouTube pushes out longer videos, a lot of people, including myself sometimes, try to make videos at least 8 minutes long. Because in case you didn't know, when you reach 8 minutes you get max revenue. And as mentioned previously, it's all about strategy. Hence why a lot of creators also use extensions like vidIQ, TubeBuddy, or now most recently ViewStats. And oh my god, don't get me started on demonetization. Because YouTube will demonetize you for the dumbest things. Whether it's saying curse words, certain words in general, or even certain topics. I got one of my videos age restricted for a video that's very tame. And if you want to learn about that, check this video out. But because of all of that, creators are afraid to say curse words. And honestly, I don't blame them. Me personally, I don't care that much because I could just censor it or honestly just not say it. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna say something. This shit is so stupid. Which all brings up to my last point, the algorithm. I already brought up how it changed over the years, and while all these YouTube gurus will tell you what to do and how to do certain things in order to achieve success, no one really knows how the algorithm works. Due to the fact it's always changing, how YouTube is really based on luck, and how no creator on this platform, even mrbeast, has underperforming videos. So take all that advice with a grain of salt. Because some people might make it and some don't. And while everybody's aspirations and situations are different, for me I'm not going to be doing this YouTube thing when I'm in my 40s and 50s. At least not this content anyway. Even then I will eventually switch off. Because I'm one of those people that if I keep doing the same thing, I will easily get bored. That's why I personally try to diversify my content. Whether it's the topics I choose, the type of style of content, or just overall presentation. Hence why I got the screen up. Because even though I try to stay in touch with what's going on, I still try to innovate my content. Hence why I do my videos in my own way. And while there's always going to be creators, there's always going to be a copycat, I try to make the content unique as possible. Don't get me wrong, I do fall into the trap of making certain style of thumbnails or having certain titles, but I do have good intentions. For every video I make, I do thumbnail A/B testing, and I upload 3 thumbnails so I can see which one to choose later. I say all that to say I'm not doing this thing forever. As a course, like all of you, I have goals and aspirations outside of content. I want to use this platform to expand other opportunities that you would just have to figure out for yourselves, or just do other personal hobbies, and also work on my career outside YouTube, whether this becomes a full-time job or not. But overall, content creation, while there's pros and cons, is in a good place because the fact you can make a living off of making videos on the internet is mind-boggling. And I do think over time, just like with other forms of entertainment, people will respect content creators because the same way anybody wants to be a rapper or singer, basketball player, a pro wrestler, an actor, or just any other type of entertainer, it's the same way people want to be a creator now. So I made this video to address certain things so that other people that would take this path, or that people that don't know behind the scenes stuff at YouTube will come to the decision on whether or not they want to do it, or just why things are the way they are. But yeah, that's it for the video, y'all. Hope you enjoy. And if you do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I'ma catch y'all later. Join my Discord, by the way, link in the description. Also, follow me on Twitch too, I stream it sometimes. With all that being said though, I'm imKingKenneth, and I'm out this bitch. Peace out, y'all.
Not one of you sons of bitches asked me how I feel.